Hello En-novate team, welcome to part 2 of how to edit your WordPress website. Okay, for this tutorial I'm going to look at buttons, how to add a button. I'm going to look at the gallery page, the video section, which is almost like a portfolio section, the applications page, and the contact form. So I'll start with a button, which you can see that here's a button. I'm going to go to one of our test pages. So that I can show you how to add a button. Okay, here's our test page. And in one of our sections, I'm just going to add a button. So maybe underneath we want to incorporate, we invite corporates to invest in our future. At the moment we've got a link, but perhaps we want to add a button. So let me just show you what that's looking like. View page. So right here at the bottom we've got a link, find out how, but maybe we want, instead of having that there, we want to have it in a button below this text. So what we'll do is add a button. So type in button, and here's our button. Okay, here's our text. We'll select a link. Let's take it to the gallery page. The link text should be gallery. And click set link, and we can change the style of the link. So I'm just going to leave it as modern. I want it to be square, and prefer the turquoise color, and I want it to be large. Alignment, I want it to be in line with the same alignment of this section here, so I want it to be in line, or I could choose center, which is fine as well, and I can choose full width button so that the button goes across this whole area here, but I don't want that, so I'm just going to leave that unticked. I want to add an icon to the button, and the icon, I want it to appear on the left, and this is the font, the icon set that I want to choose from is line icons, and the icon I want to choose is gallery. There's a picture. Do I want this button to animate? Yes, I want it to appear from the right, and then I'll click save. Update. And let's see what that does. If we refresh this page, here's our button. There's our icon, and if we click on this, it should take us to the gallery page. There we go. Okay. So that takes us on to our next section, which is gallery. You can see here we have a really nice gallery. To make edits to this gallery, first we have to edit this page. So click edit page. If we want to add to that existing gallery, then here's our section with the gallery. You can see here it says gallery layout. Just click edit, and then select the gallery, click the edit icon, and we can give the images captions, or we can just remove, let's say we want to remove this image, click the X, and if we wanted to add a new image to this gallery, just click this link here, add to gallery, and then you can upload a new image, or you can add from your existing library of images. So let's click upload, and then you select the image that you want to upload. For example, let's just use this image and add it to the gallery, and we can also move this. Okay, we can't move it. So just click update, click save, then update the page. And let's see what that looks like. And there's our new image contained in the gallery. So to add a new gallery completely, let's add one here. Click image gallery. Choose the style. I like image grid. And then add images. So let's add these images. Click add. And then we go into this section and we can choose our style. So just play with these settings to see what they do. And select the gallery type. We've already selected image grid. And you can move the image order here in this section. You can change this from medium or large. Let's go large. Click save. Update this. And see what that looks like. Okay, so since we selected large, it's not giving us a grid. So we're going to have to select a different option. So to scroll back down to the gallery and change this to thumbnail. Click update. Refresh our page. Hopefully that fixes the problem. Perfect. So that's one way to add a gallery. There is a secondary way to add a gallery, which I'm going to show you. What we do is we add the gallery into a text block instead. So let's add a text block, and inside this text block we're going to remove this text and add media. Okay, and select the images we want. And then change this to full size. Actually, that's not going to matter in this instance. First we want to create a gallery. So that's important that you select your images before you don't actually insert them into the page, you actually select create gallery. And then click create gallery. And here is where we change the options. So here we can select select a slider with thumbnails. We can select a Foundry lightbox gallery, a full width gallery, or we can do masonry gallery. So that's what I prefer. And then you keep it as thumbnails. Maybe we want a 4-column gallery. And let's add this. Let's add a caption for some of these images. And see if it adds those. I don't think it will, but let's see. Click Save Changes. Update the page. Refresh our page. And here's a different style of gallery, which is more consistent with what we've done on our gallery page. Okay, so that's galleries. The next thing I want to take you through is our videos section, which is set up as a portfolio section. So at the moment we've only got one video, which is this one here. So let's go into this page, and all we've got is the video and a share widget. So we can share on Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest. We've also got this section here, which is for the applications, and we've also got a comment section, which means people can leave comments. So to add a new video, we're going to have to go to our portfolio section and add new. Give the page the portfolio title, so let's call this test video, and then make sure it's got a category, a video category. We can give us a featured image, or we can just leave it blank, and we can assign a title section. So let's give this a short grey background, and we're going to have to find to add a video from YouTube. All we have to do is go to YouTube and add something. So I'll just find a link. Okay, so all you have to do is find the video you want on YouTube, and then copy the URL, and then go back to our post and paste. And now WordPress automatically converts this into a player. So we can click publish and just, actually let's preview, let's save it before we actually publish it, and then preview it so that it doesn't go live to the site.
On cybersecurity.
Okay, so it's doing something a little bit weird. It's adding a full screen YouTube player. So we're just going to have to test that and see why it's doing that. Okay. So what we're going to have to do is, instead of adding the video as we did, we're going to have to add it as a widget. Let's see if that's possible. Okay, so how we're going to do this so that the video is constrained within the the dimensions of the page, which means when we're on mobile view, it'll show nicely, it'll scale down, is we're going to add a new page, and within this new page we're going to use our builder, our layout builder. So we're going to click backend editor and then add a row. In this row we want to add a video player with the link, and make sure it's set to 100% width, and it can be aligned center is fine, or left, and click save. Then we want to add another section. Actually, we don't have to add another section. Directly below this, we can add some we can add some space, some padding. Where's that? Empty space. What that is referring to is some space between this share video and this section here. So I want to add about 32 pixels, click save, and now below this empty space I want to add a share social media sharing section or icons. Okay, actually that's the wrong one. Okay, and to edit this, to change the title, just click the edit icon. Okay, then you add the icons individually. Let's just see what we're doing in this one. Okay, I've actually added the wrong thing here. What we want to add is simple post sharing. And then give it a post title. So in this instance we said share video. And click save. And just edit the settings. No, it's fine. And that's all we have to do. If you want to add a section like this, you can do so. But in order to add this section, what I would do is add a template. So I'd add, for example, my testimonials template, which we created earlier, and remove all the sections we don't want, which is this section. And now all we'll have is this apply section. So then we click what we want to do now is toggle to the classic mode. And in classic mode, what we can do is we can copy all of this code and paste it into our page. Then we click publish or save, and we'll see how that looks. Okay, perfect. So if we click play.
On cybersecurity.
Okay, and if we scale to mobile view, we can see that the video is adjusting nicely. Okay, so that's how you can add a video page. Next thing we're going to go to is the applications page. To do that, we can navigate to the applications page. This is a really simple page. At the moment, we've got an old application form. So in order to change this form to the new form, all we have to do is click Edit Page. And here, change it from, just change the shortcode. So this shortcode was actually provided. If we go to our Wufoo plugin, Wufoo Forms plugin, and go to the settings. Okay, so this is how you use the shortcode. So you just copy this shortcode and use the form hashtag and provided that you guys have access to. So it's really that simple when you want to change. So I'll just go back so you can see what to do. You click edit, and the En-novate username is En-novate, and this is the thing you need to change here. Make sure it's using the correct hashtag, which you should be able to get from Wufoo. Okay, the next thing we're going to go into is our contact form section. So here on our contact page, we have our contact form. In order to edit or make a new one, what we want to do is we want to go to edit page. This is if we wanted to use a different form. So at the moment, the form we're using is called contact form 7. The form is called contact form 1. So if you wanted to use a different form, all we have to do is, or if you wanted to add a new one, click the plus symbol, and there's contact form there, and you just select which contact form you want to use, and you can give it a title if you like. So I'm just going to remove that one. To actually make changes to the form, we have to go into our contact section and click edit. Okay, and at the moment we've got our text section, we've got our email section, got our telephone number, and we've got our drop down menu, which is here. Subject, message, got our capture section, and then submit button. So in order to change one of these or remove one, all you have to do is remove this. So you just click delete and then save. To add something, maybe we want to add a telephone number, business telephone number. What we want to do is we want to navigate to right next to the cell number or right before it, and then you want to click one of these. So we've got text, we can add an email section, a URL section. So maybe we want them to add their website. That might be a good one, so let's do that. Click URL, change this to business, let's change it to website, and the default, we wanted to give it a placeholder text. Well, placeholder text is the text that appears inside here. So that's called placeholder text. And we want to make it a required field. So they won't be able to submit this form unless they fill in their website. So if not everyone has a website, so you probably don't want to make it a required field. Then click insert, and it's inserted right where we wanted it, which is here. Once you save that, you can go to the mail section, and now we can add the website to our email body, so that when someone creates an email, it's going to also put this in here. So we'll just type in website, colon, and then we've got our website there. And then you'll click save. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to remove that and go back to our form and remove the URL section. Click save. If you want to change where the emails are going to, go into the messages section. And change this email here. Mail to, change that, and that's all you really have to do. Okay, so that's how to change a form, or you can just click add new and you can create a completely new form. Okay, the last thing we want to do is show you how to firstly create a backup of the website, and then before you ever update plugins or update WordPress, which you're going to have to do from time to time, is make sure you've got a nice fresh backup of the website. So just go to your dashboard and then click backup now. Do a complete backup. And you want to store this in a safe location. You probably want to store this backup in two places. You probably want to, one's okay, but two's the best. One, you want to probably store it on, Google Drive or some cloud server, and you also want to store it locally or on a hard drive. So we're just waiting for this to go through. It's finished its process, and now we just download the backup file. And you can see here it's downloading. Okay, so that backup's complete. Now we can go to our plugins and update plugins. If there's a 4 here, that means that there's plugins that need updating. Sometimes you'll also have one up here that's for WordPress. And if you need to know how to update WordPress, it's pretty simple, but if you need help, just YouTube it. It's just a one-click type of thing. But in this case, we're just going to update the plugins. The reason why we keep plugins up to date, so that they function correctly, and secondly, so that for security reasons, it's really good security measure to keep plugins as up to date as possible. So just select the plugins that need updating, which is the orange ones, and then scroll back up to the top, click update, and then click apply. The reason why we do a backup before we do plugins is because very, very rarely has this happened, but on the odd occasion, updating a plugin can impact your website. It can cause a break in your site somewhere. That's why I always do a backup before I do a plugin update. If you notice that it does break your site for some reason, the best thing to do is to disable those plugins that you updated after the update, and then refresh the site and see if that's solved. That should you 100%, well, not 100%, but more times than not, that will fix your problem. And then, okay. So in terms of the Visual Composer plugin, we're not going to be able to update that, which is fine. But the rest of that plugin's are updated. And now if we just go back to our site, make sure everything's still working correctly. Yeah, so our site has not been affected. And that's how you update plugins. So if we go back to our plugins page, our plugins section, there's only one that needs updating, but you are not going to be able to update this particular plugin. And if you ever want a new plugin, just click add new. And then search here. And that's it for this tutorial. I hope it's been helpful. If you have any other questions, the best option is to Google it. There's so much free resource out there for WordPress. It's really easy to learn, and there's almost a tutorial for almost every single possible question you could ever have. But if you still get stuck, you can give me a call, shoot me an email, and I'll see how I can assist you. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your website. Bye.